Good morning everyone, and very warm welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So today, an exciting day. Wing Control have actually delivered our throttle unit. So that is the PAC throttle metal and the PAC 32, which is the spoilers and the flaps configuration there, as you can see on the bottom right. So what we're going to do is take you through the setup procedure for this. A lot of people have had some issues with throttle calibration, so we're going to try and sort all them problems out for you. So with regards to the device, what you want to do is double click onto the actual device. Make sure you're running the latest software updates for the Wing Control or Winwing app, which is SIMAP Pro. First things first, what you need to do is you will notice that your options will be here set to double stroke shaft. We want to change that to single stroke shaft on the options there, and then that'll give you a full range of movement for everything when you go to reverse, well, as you can see there in the command options. Next thing you want to do is double check your firmware is fully up to date. So you can see mine's on version 1.08 and version 1.13 at the time of recording. All you do is click on each one of these, it'll run through its process. Just don't shut the app once it's halfway through, just let it run through its usual process. Once that's done, you can come away from that and head over to the calibration tab. So first thing you need to do is conduct the calibration, which is really straightforward. I'm not even going to talk through it in this video because it explains everything for you. Basically, you set your flaps position to full and the spoilers position to full, and then basically you work your way back. And very similarly with the throttle, you have your throttles all the way in max reverse, and then you go through each stage as indicated on the text that's on the screen. Then more importantly, what we need to do is head over into Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. And what you'll notice the first time you launch it, mine will have some configurations there. You won't actually have any preset controls on a first launch. So what you're looking for is you go into the control settings of Microsoft Flight Sim 24, you're looking for the Wing Control SIMAP throttle. If we click on that, that'll open up some options here, and you see where we've got airplane controls. So you can have it specifically for a different Airbus. I obviously fly the Fenix pretty much all the time, so it's just setting my airplane controls option. What you want to do is head over to this little cog here, click on create, and then name it, I don't know, Fenix profile or something along those lines. Click apply to all aircraft if that's what you want to do. Click OK, and then what you need to do is come completely out of the sim. And the reason I say you need to come completely out of the sim is because you need to, there's a really cool way of getting these presets done without having all the work of working out which buttons were. So what we're going to do is make sure your sim's closed fully, which is what I'm just in the process of doing at the moment. Open the SIMAP Pro. You need to make sure you're logged in on the top right hand side, and also just double check down here at your configuration paths, make sure there is something in there and they're not in that red color like shown above. So we'll head back. What you need to do is you want to head over to your key binding options, and you want to click on your throttle, and you want to click on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. As you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly delete this profile, just so I can take you through the full process. So initially, hopefully your profile will look like this, a blank side on this side and loads of options down the right. If it has that other configuration option, it will say that it can't open it. That's due to this thing that we just looked at a minute ago in the configuration, so you need to just double check to make sure that it's set to the right path. So what you're looking for on the right here, so these are like presets that have been set by Winwing and other users. So you want the Winwing option, which has been downloaded 1,624 times at my time. Click on the download option here, and then what you want to do is hit the run option. So what it may do is ask what presetting you want to use. Because I've used it before, it's not going to ask that. But sometimes there's a box for you to select what profile you want, and basically you want to set it to the profile that you've just set in the flight sim. Click confirm and activate, and then activation should be successful. So if we relaunch now Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and now we wait. So then the sim has finally launched itself. So let's hit the start button, we'll hit the cog on the top right, and then we'll head over to the control settings here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you click on the throttle option, and you want to make sure that that Fenix 2 option is set. To ensure that it's all been set properly, what you want to do is head here and click on the assigned option, and then hopefully now you'll have loads of assigned options on here, which is exactly what you want for pretty much everything you need. So what we'll do is now we'll go back, we'll go into a free flight, a random airport. So we're in the Fenix A320, as you can see. I'm just going to move back to some daylight, hopefully. Or we'll go on the runway and we'll see how we end up. So we'll just let that load into sim. Obviously the Fenix app will load up as it normally does. You may notice an extra app here, however that's to do with my overhead, nothing to do with what we're doing here today. So we'll let this just boot up for a second. And let it load up. Just takes a few seconds just to warm up, especially when it's already set to a preset. So you may notice that mine now is actually going to show fully as it should do. However, most people's will look something like that, or when you go into max reverse it actually goes to toga settings. So basically what we need to do now that the profile is all set properly, we need to go to the configuration option here, controls configuration, and basically we're going to calibrate it with the Fenix, and so it knows exactly where it is in place with the Fenix. So I'm going to click clear calibration, we'll hit the calibrate option here. So it wants us to set to max reverse thrust, so we'll do that. As you can see there, obviously at the minute it's going to show it as not being there. And then we want to move to idle reverse, which is at this point here. Then we want to bring the handles down and hit it in the idle option there. Then move it up to climb. As you can hear, it's going to make all the noise. And then up to MCT. And then the next option is take off go around, which is definitely going to be them. And then hit store configuration. So now what we should notice is if we go max reverse, we have the full range. So that's idle reverse, move forward, and that is now idle. Climb setting, max toga, and take it to go around. So that is how you get your throttles all calibrated correctly in a nice easy way without having to spend hours and hours working out what button does what. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer the best I can. If I'm honest, I'm not the most confident with the Winwing configurations. Took me a little while to work around this. I'm watching a few other videos as well, but hopefully this is helpful for all of you that have recently bought it and receiving it. Obviously you can always check out our unboxing video as well. I appreciate there is a lot of other unboxing videos out there for everyone to watch. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again hopefully soon in another video. Bye for now.